now we're getting to yellow. Yellow's the last color, and we're gonna start with flip a coin. Coin says heads. Frieza. That Frieza. This Frieza says that at the end of the turn, untap and arrested battle card. Choose one of your battle cards and switch to active. And when it's flipped over and in final form and not golden, at the end of the turn, you untap 2 rested cards and you draw when you swing. I think this Frieza card is a very underrated and very controlled card, but I don't think that right now it's doing as much as the other Frieza, and that's why it sticks at a strong tier 2.5 probably. Not like untapping active cards doesn't allow you to combo with them or block with them after they're used, and it really synergizes with yellow because yellow really does need some of his cards to be untapped. They're all free boosts, a lot of them are blockers, but it's just not Golden Frieza, and Golden Frieza just overshadows it so hard that people don't really even think about it. So it's gonna hang at 2.5 for me, honestly. What do you think, Jamal?
I'll do tier 2. It doesn't have that much relevance right now because people have not noticed the power creep that the Golden Frieza has. But if that deck ever does become meta, this leader will definitely be the counter of it due to Pressure Ball and Mecha Frieza. So I'll give it tier 2 for right now.
Francis?
Tier 2 for the exact same reason pretty much Jamal just gave. I will say this does synergize very well with its color. The 7-drop Frieza, the 6-drop full power Frieza synergizes very, very well in my opinion. Also synergizes very well with the Ginyus as well. But you know, it falls short in my opinion due to the Golden Frieza being just a better card in general. So tier 2.
Corey?
Frieza and Vados work the same way to me. If I could side Frieza as a leader, I'd use it. It'd be tier 2 to me. But otherwise, it's a tier 3 card. Because, honestly, for what it's good for, which is, like Jamal said, countering things like Mecha Frieza, you could just pressure ball Mecha Frieza and be done with it. So, I mean, that's good and all, but, you know. So, tier 2.
And Trinity?
Tier 2. Thanks.
Alright. At the end of the day, I feel like if this were a battle card, it would be an amazing battle card. However, as a leader, I think it's underwhelmed, and I think that the ability is just not strong enough to get enough play as the other Frieza. Which will then bring us to the next yellow, which is Ginyu, who then turns himself into Goku Ginyu. Look at that. This Ginyu says, flip over a face-down prize, and if it is Ginyu Force but not Ginyu, you summon it. Otherwise, you add it to your hand. Why not Ginyu? When he's flipped over, you add the card straight to your hand, and he gets double strike, and if you have 2 or more Ginyu guys in play, he gets 5,000 power. This Ginyu, I would say, just like this Frieza, is being currently overshadowed by Golden Frieza, except that I think this Ginyu has far more potential. I think that it's a very strong card, but I think that if I were to be honest, this Ginyu is like in the middle. He doesn't make a strong enough aggro put up to compare to like Champa, but he doesn't put a strong enough control aspect to compare to Frieza. That's just gonna put him right in the middle at tier 2.
With this metagame, I definitely agree. Tier 2, this deck is just a poor man's budget version of Vegeta. The Frieza's version is definitely better. So I would say tier 2.
Francis?
Tier 2 as well. I mean, even though I personally do like this card a lot, I played with it a few times. While I was playing with it, I did notice, you know, it does pretty much do the same thing Vegeta does, but sometimes it's not as powerful as Vegeta because he has crit and Ginyu doesn't. So tier 2.
Corey?
My perspective on him is that he's actually, I would actually say he's a tier 1 card. The advantage he has over Frieza is that he can help himself awaken. He has some control over that. However, it just simply is the fact that the other Frieza is so good. If that Frieza didn't exist, Ginyu would be the #1 leader in yellow. Simple as that. So I can't fault him for having a card that's better right next to him. So to me, he's a tier 1.5.
Trini?
Oh, it's my turn. It's Ginyu 2. Next card, please.
Alright, well that's gonna average Ginyu at 2. Overall I think he could have a lot of potential if he wasn't contesting Golden Frieza. And if he just did a little bit more of one direction or the other, just be more aggressive or be more controlled. He literally falls right in the middle. And that'll bring us to the one that everybody's contesting, the one and only Frieza here. And this Frieza is 8 on a card. He says once per turn, drop a Frieza's army battle card off the field and then pick an energy, any energy, and untap it and then draw a card. And when he's flipped over, he untaps 2 energies and draws a card. And I mean, look at this golden bitch.
Oh my god, it looks so good.
For me personally, as a character on principle, I despise Frieza. I think he's trash. But I think that this card is quite possibly one of the most powerful leaders, if not the best leader in the game. I swear to his ability to untap energy. I think that resource management is what's number one in this game. I think it's more important than having more guys on board or having strong guys. Is to have more cards in hand and more cards untapped. And this Frieza just does it better than anybody else. Combo with the yellow deck and the overwhelming control that yellow awards you in this deck, it's easy to see why it's tier 1. Jamal?
It's tier 1, obviously. I wish everybody would get off of Vegeta's nuts and see that this deck plays 12 blockers and 4 copies of a card that automatically puts something in rest mode, and then another card that kills it immediately the next turn with dual attack and double strike. But everybody likes Vegeta, so tier 1 for me.
Francis?
Definitely 100% tier 1. The very first time I ever played this game, I immediately noticed how powerful this card was. I even played tested against Jamal like 12 times. It was just such a good card. It's very good in control. Yellow also, has Crusher Ball, which is arguably, in my opinion, one of the most powerful cards so far. Missed a combo with Frieza, and again, I mean, you can get +1. You can control your energy. It's just such a good card, in my opinion. So, tier 1.
Corey?
I'm 25 years old, but I'm about to be childish as hell right now. It's a tier 5 card. It's the worst leader.
He's kidding.
Only because
Wait,
He's not kidding. Shut up, Francis.
only because all of the counter to Frieza's entire deck are in yellow. Yellow has the counter to itself, yellow has the counter to everybody else, and then yellow has counters for the counter. It is the only element that can counter the counter. Like, just who designed this? Who play tested? Nobody. Tier 5.
Wait.
Oh, you thought
what?
you thought he's bad? Man, I'm real petty. This man just go away. Next card.
Tier 1.
Uber petty. Obviously Frieza's gonna rank at tier 1. It's a very simple reason why people Crusher Ball Mecha Frieza is gay.
Best
It
combo.
is ridiculous.
Best freaking
It's
combo.
AIDS. You could just pick out whatever character in the game that you want to, and if there's no counter card for it in yellow, it's because the counter doesn't exist. Right now, the fact that it doesn't counter leaders is literally the only reason why it's not like bannable, broke, not stupid. And Frieza fuels his own counters. He provides you with the energy and draws you the counter. It's just incredible. With that being said, people, this is the average breakdown of the tier list here for you. This is what our friends thinks. We went around the table of 5. We got God Goku at tier 1.5, sitting up at the 1s. Vegeta, the obvious tier 1, currently the most popular deck in the format, easy to see. People just love simplicity. Beerus here as one of the bigger counters to the most popular decks in the format, which I think are between Vegeta, Champa, and Frieza, who also are, as you can see, sit here at the tier 1 for the ability to do what they do better than these guys underneath them. It's just that simple. They do what they do the best, and they work very well against each other. Whereas here, when you get into this tier 2 list, you have some of the potential counters, you have some of the cards that could be good if this were here, if that were here, if it did a little bit more of this, if you had this card available, but they're just falling short of the current meta and the current meta counter picks. And then you have the tier 3, which is like, I guess every game has to print trash cards. There you go. Tell us your opinion, put it in the comments, hit us up. Put some likes. Let's get some subs going. This is the better ranking for R4S, and that'll do it. Bye.